Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we're going to do a review on the Yamaha Blaster. It's a 2001. It's got all the bells and whistles on it. It's got the V-Force 4 reeds in it. I don't know if you can see that, but there it is. It's got the two-stroke. It's been bored out. It's got the big bore in it. It's all been redone. The pipes on it are all brand spanking new. Those are Pro Circuit Platinums. And then it's got that silencer pipe on the back. Thing's fucking loud as hell. It's a 6-speed. It's all been redone. Thing's fast as hell. Just put these LEDs on the front. It's pretty bright at nighttime. Recommendations: if you're a beginner rider, everybody says, "Oh, buy a blaster." But don't buy a blaster if you're a beginner rider. In my opinion, this thing has so much power for the frame it has. It's so small for the power it has. It's ridiculous. So if you're a beginner rider and you have all that power and you're trying to pop wheelies on something like this, you're going to have a hard time learning. You're going to bust your ass quite a few times, because I sure have over the years. But it's taken me a long time to learn wheelies on it, to learn the throttle on it, everything. And now I can walk a wheelie probably a half a mile with the thing with no problem, but I've damn near broke my body learning it on this thing. Other four-wheelers, no problem. 660 Raptors, Banshees, no problem. I can walk wheelies. You know, you can control the weight factor easier on them. You got more space. But with the Blaster, you cannot. Unless you're a good rider and you know what you're doing. But in all, this machine here is no joke. I think people underestimate what these blasters can really do. This thing is scary fast. It almost up to a bill on this thing, 100 miles an hour. I'm not joking. This thing's that fast. Put a lot of time, a lot of money into it. I did paint the frame black. It was silver before. And I did the steps white. And then I did the bar in the back underneath the plate. That's all white. But, you know, after looking at it, yeah, it looks good and all, but I'm thinking on just doing a custom color next summer, figuring out what I want to do, tearing it all down, redoing it all again. But I want it to stand out, and even if I got to change the blue, I'll change the blue to go with the color I'm looking for. Let's do a little quick start on this thing. It hasn't ran in probably 3 days, so we're going to do cold start on her. Gas is on. Going to pull that baby up. Oh, don't forget to turn the switch on. I do that every time. Turn on the lights. See, I got the lights under there going down the body. Got to reattach this, but it's got LED backs. It's got the front there. These are bright at night. But it's choking them. Actually sounds pretty damn good for not running for a few days. Holy smokes. Then idle on this thing, once it gets warmed up, it's got a good idle. So with these blasters, if they're not tuned right and they're not at idle, it could be a lot to do with your oil mixture. You know, you got to have it down to a science when you're mixing the mixture on these. So on my can here, to remind me every time I fill it up, I got a message on there, you know, how much to put in. With this stuff here, and then you get your fancy little measuring cup here. So for me, I have it marked right here for a 5-gallon bucket. Mark up here to 10, that's my ratio for filling a 5-gallon bucket. You know, there's all sorts of